Hey everyone, Micah here with EbikeSchool.com, and today I am excited to unbox and test out the CSC RX1E electric motorcycle. I just got this bad boy in, I am super excited, so no more banter, let's get to this. Man, this is the biggest box I've gotten from CSC yet. Alright, here she is. Oh yeah, look at that pretty blue. That is beautiful. All right, let's do a little more disassembly here. All right, now for those that don't know, this is CSC's most powerful and fastest electric motorcycle yet. They've got several models, but this is the one that's highway capable. It goes up to about 80 miles an hour, which is basically as fast as you can go anywhere in the US, so that should be enough for most commuters. And in my first ever unboxing video, I unboxed the CSC City Slicker in Boston. It was freezing. Now I feel like I've come full circle. I'm unboxing a much bigger CSC motorcycle in Florida, and it is balls hot. Oh, they've upped their game a little with the crate construction. And I got these nice little angle brackets in here. Didn't bring a driver, but I do have a Leatherman. First gate down. All right, so I got most of the crate off. Now I'm gonna get these straps off, get the accessories out of the way, and we can roll her off. It's nice that you get a set of ratchet straps out of this too. All right, one side down. Let's get this rear top case off as well. Yeah, there we go. Nice top case as well. Sounds like we got something in there. It's probably the charger, I'm guessing. Yep, there we go. That's the charger. That's a big boy. All right, so this other ratchet off. Now let's take this one off. There we go. Now we got one strap left here. All right, so we should be free. Yeah, let's turn around just to walk her off. All right. So quiet. All right, we're successfully down from the pallet. That is good, fairly uneventful. I think we're still missing some mirrors, so let's see if they're in the side boxes here. And they are. I know that looks set up, but that wasn't. Let's see if there's anything in the other side box. There's something. Ah, this is the windscreen. All right, so it looks like I have some parts to install. I'm gonna get working on these, and then let's reconvene and go for a test ride. I'll tell you more about this bike and why I am so excited about getting one. All right, so I've been riding around for a couple days now. I've got almost 100 miles on the odometer. I put a few charges into it, not full charges, of course. But basically from doing some partial discharges and figuring out how far I've gone, I can extrapolate range at different speeds. It seems like the advertised range of about 80 miles is fairly accurate if you're doing city speeds, that being like 30, 35 miles an hour, that sort of thing. Really like, you know, riding through suburbia, riding through cities. If you're going faster, that range is going to drop. That's true of any electric motorcycle, or really it's true of any motorcycle at all, combustion engines included. So I found that when I'm doing about 50, 55 miles an hour or so, the range is about 50 miles, so it's pretty equivalent to the speed at that level. But if I'm going really fast, like when I get on the interstate and I was doing 80 miles an hour, I can just see the range dropping much quicker. You know, the battery's really draining at higher power usage. So that's probably going to net closer to like 40 miles, maybe even a little less if you're literally doing 80 miles an hour just, you know, the whole way. So I don't really recommend riding the bike like that for super long periods of time. Obviously it can do it, it's got the power, it's liquid cooled, so that's no problem. It's just you're gonna drain that battery so quickly. You know, a little over 6 kilowatt hours, that's a good amount of battery for, you know, a commuter bike, but if you're doing this, you know, interstate speeds, long periods, you're really gonna drain that quickly. So I would say really the best case for this bike is commuter riding. You know, that's what it's really designed for. The kind of person who, you know, maybe lives in suburbia, commutes every day into the city, but maybe you got to get on the highway to get there. So this will get you up to highway speeds. I was doing 80 miles an hour just fine. But you know, really for commuter use, that seems to be the right use case here. And it's outfitted for that. You know, like it looks like an adventure bike. You know, it's got these cases, got the crash bars, but really it's more of a street commuter bike. And if anything, I like how these boxes are here. They come with it. That add some value, but it's important for a bike that you're going to be maybe taking grocery shopping or picking things up, that sort of thing. These aren't super high quality boxes. They seem like molded ABS. So they're plastic boxes. So I wouldn't put anything that's super important to you into these boxes as locked storage, at least not leaving it, you know, out for any period of time. But for just picking things up, like I said, grocery shopping, it's great to have this much storage on the bike. The other thing is that this sort of quasi street adventure bike design here, I like it because it puts me in a really upright riding position. It's not a cruiser, but it's probably the closest to a cruiser that you can find in the electric motorcycle market so far, because no one builds electric cruisers. So you really got this more sort of like upright roadster stance, as opposed to most of the electric motorcycles out there. Most of the street bikes are really more hunched forward, a little more sport bike stance. And to me, I just like being up higher, seeing the road better, and being more relaxed with my, you know, my arms out in front of me, my legs not all curled up under me. So I like this stance, and it gets that nice adventure bike sort of riding posture to it. It's not too tall though. You know, I'm only 5'7" or 170 centimeters. I'm not a tall guy, and I can really sink down into the saddle here, and I can even flat-foot it at stops. So, you know, if you're a taller guy, it'll fit you because it is a bigger bike, but even a shorter guy like me, I'm just fine on it. It is kind of heavy. I think it's about 430 pounds, maybe 460 with all the crash bars and cases on it. But it doesn't feel as heavy as that. You know, the weight is carried really low, the battery and motor are really low, and so it just doesn't feel that heavy. I had my little sister on the bike. She can't weigh 100 pounds, and she was handling it just fine, and she was having fun with it. So even though it's a big, heavy bike, it doesn't feel like it once you get on it. You know, it's a lot more approachable. And that's the thing with electric motorcycles. They really are just that approachable. They don't feel as big, they don't feel as heavy because of the low center of gravity. They're easier to ride because there's no clutch over here. It's basically scooter controls. You know, you got throttle and you got brakes, and that's it. It's I'd say it's an automatic transmission, but there is no transmission. You know, there's no gearbox. There's nothing to shift. So it's just really easy to ride. You know, if you're looking for a low maintenance, just very convenient bike, this would be it too, because there's basically nothing to maintain here. You know, there's no spark plugs to foul, there's no air filters, there's no carburetor, there's no nothing that's gonna go wrong or need routine maintenance. Yeah, you know, check your tires from time to time, eventually brake pads, but other than that, there's nothing to go wrong here. And so the price, it's a bit higher than a comparable performance combustion engine bike, about $8,500. But that's just the case with electrics these days. You know, they're more expensive because you're paying for those extra features and that extra convenience. I still think that's certainly a fair price compared to the electric motorcycle market. You know, there are other bikes out there, like a Zero SR would be great. It's a little more powerful, but it's significantly more expensive. A Livewire S2, again, more powerful, more expensive, similar sized bike, but about twice the cost or so. So, you know, you can go with those nicer bikes, and I'm going to be getting a Livewire myself, so, you know, I'm guilty of liking those nicer bikes too. But as a more affordable solution as a commuter bike, I think this is a really great option. And compared to something smaller like a Saunders Metacycle, it's a little bit more expensive, but to me it just seems like a more powerful, longer range, more reliable solution. Before I go though, I mentioned there's going to be an e-bike giveaway. I'm going to be giving away the CSC FT750, either the 20 or 26 inch version. They have both of them. CSC, you might know them from the motorcycle company. They built this motorcycle, but they also do e-bikes, and they have some great e-bike options because as a motorcycle company, they understand putting good quality parts and building bikes that are rugged and reliable. You know, these are not cheap e-bikes. So I'm really excited to get this bike out to somebody. I've ridden the CSC FT750. Awesome bike, great for off-roading, great for commuting. Those fat tires can be ridden on the asphalt or on the sand or dirt or trails, so just a really cool option. Now, how's this gonna work? It's part of my e-bikes for good giveaway program, where at the end of every one of my videos, I give away an e-bike to someone who needs an e-bike to improve their life but can't afford one. So maybe you need to get to work, you need it for fitness, you need it for any reason that will help you out and, you know, step you up in life, but it's just not within your budget to buy an e-bike. If that's you, all you got to do is go to EbikeSchool.com/ebikesforgood. The URL is down here at the bottom of the screen. Just enter the entry form there, and at the end of my next video, one of those deserving entrants will be randomly selected to win a CSC FT750 e-bike. Now to announce the winner of the giveaway from my last video, and the new e-bike is going to
Cody F., who has trouble getting around town because he can't drive and he has to either walk or ride his pedal bike everywhere. So now we're going to make it easier for him to get around town with a new electric bike.
So congratulations, I was just in contact with you, so we're going to get that bike out to you. Now for the CSC FT750, make sure you head over to EbikeSchool.com/ebikesforgood to enter that. And really last but not least, it's time to announce the randomly selected commenter who's going to win a free copy of one of my books from my last video. And the winning commenter is
Dad.
So congratulations, just let me know which one of my books you'd like. You can choose from DIY Lithium Batteries, DIY Solar Power, The Ultimate Do-It-Yourself E-Bike Guide, or my latest book, The Electric Bike Manifesto. And anybody else who wants a chance to win one of my books for free, all you gotta do is put a comment down below this video. You can say anything you'd like, and hopefully you will be the randomly selected commenter at the end of my next video. If you don't want to wait that long to hopefully win a copy of one of my books for free, you can always find them on Amazon. All right, thanks for watching everybody. I'll see you here next time.